Hello, and welcome to Making It with Mikey. Hey, it sounds like there's something cooking in the kitchen. Let's go see what it is. Today we're making tot casserole. To get started, you're going to want 2 pounds of beef, an onion, and you're going to chop that onion nice and fine. Pan was a little too hot there, so I had to turn it down. Once both halves of that onion are chopped, just add it into the meat so it gets nice and tender. Next, we're going to do a green bell pepper. Now, I like bell peppers, I like the taste of bell peppers, but you can use any pepper you want. Jalapenos would be good in this. Serranos would be good in this. Really, it's up to you. I just like green peppers. Now, as you saw, I did the thumb trick. Just poke your whole thumb in the top of it, pull it apart, and take the seeds out. Then you're gonna cut this into chunks. I like big chunks, so I made big chunks. When that's all done, you're just going to scrape it off into the pan with the rest of the meat and the rest of the onions. I did make a little bit of a mess there, but what's life without a little bit of mess? And then we're going to chop up our meat until it's bite-sized pieces, and we're going to fry it all together so everything's nice and soft and nicely homogenized. I did add a pinch of salt. Now this is to taste. You can add as much or as little salt as you want. I did add about 1 to 2 tablespoons each of black pepper, garlic salt, that's cumin, chili powder, and like I said, just 1 to 2 tablespoons. If you want more, add more. If you want less, add less. I like things a little spicy, so I tend to add more chili powder. My mom doesn't like things spicy, so I tend not to add chili powder if I'm cooking for her. Just make sure everything is mixed together and the spices are spread evenly throughout the meat and the vegetables. Next, we're going to add just some green chilies. These are store-bought. You can buy them anywhere. We bought ours from Walmart. They're not very spicy, but they do add a little bit of a kick to the dish. And then you're going to mix that all in together. Next, I put a lid on this just to make sure all of the meat was cooked all the way through before we put our tater tots on. I did add 2 cans of cheese soup. This is just Campbell's cheese soup. I think it's like 8.5 ounces. I did see spicy nacho cheese soup, which sounded awesome and I think would go great in this, but like I said before, my mom doesn't like spicy food, so I just grabbed regular cheese. Now with these, I did put in a little bit of milk in the cans and stirred it up and made sure all of the cheese soup was off of the can before I put them in recycling. As you can see, that's the milk there with the cheese, and I just mixed this all together to make sure the soup was touching everything. That's about all you can do. Once we were done mixing the soup, I did add a few other things here, starting with a can of corn. I did leave the water in this corn because I thought the soup was a little too thick, and the corn water was a good idea. I did add some black beans, and these I did drain and rinse before I added them in. And then you just mix everything together and make it look nice. As you can see, the soup thickened up very nicely. It's not too thin, not too thick. Everything is well incorporated together. And then I just added in the tater tots on top. And as you can see, at first I was very organized. I decided that I was going to make them all look nice and pretty. But then I changed my mind here in a bit. About here I decide to just throw the tater tots on because hey, it's all gonna end up in the same place anyway. Those tater tots have been cooking for about 3 minutes just to get them unfrozen. And then what you're gonna do next is you're gonna get a grater and grate some cheese. I grated about a cup and a half to 2 cups of cheese here. I'm just using regular cheddar cheese, but you can use whatever cheese you want. Monterey Jack, Pepper Jack, Swiss if you would like. When that's all grated together, you're going to just spread it on top of the tater tots in an even manner. Make sure you get all the cheese there. Cheese is more for decor rather than flavor. The cheese for the flavor is in the soup. This cheese is just to make it look nice and pretty. Now when it's done, it should look something like this in a bowl, and you can put whatever you want on top. My dad likes hot sauce. I did put some salsa and some sour cream on mine, and boy was it delicious. I think you guys should give this one a try. It was really easy, really fun to make, and it tasted really good. I hope you have as much fun eating this as I had making it.